There was only like a handful that I didn't go to.
Cap.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry for the ones that I didn't go to when my appendix burst. My bad.
Juice. Throw it. Please throw it. Oh my god, oh my god.
Man, you gonna raw dog it? No audio test?
What do you mean?
Usually you listen to it.
I can.
No, it's okay. Raw dog it. You're not recording, buddy.
Yeah, I am. It's going.
It literally is not.
It literally is.
The thing isn't moving.
Yeah, it's just really zoomed out.
Oh. Is this recording?
Yeah. Slurpee. I want a sippy. Did you just pour that straight into your fucking mouth? Yeah. Are you actually gonna do it?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Wait, I need the topics.
Nah.
Fuck. Topic. Even though there's not that many. Oh, and I'm also gonna run OBS so that when we inevitably...
Look something up.
I'm also gonna run OBS. Because when we inevitably look something up. Skip version. Fuck you, Obs.
Shawty call me Obes the way I be on that BS.
Oh, but this isn't gonna be synced.
Here.
Oh,
Ready? You're gonna make a click-clack noise. Put your mic next to the mic.
No, hold on. I'm just gonna do this the smarter way.
Which is what?
Which is to enable the mic. See?
Oh.
Whatever
you do.
Goofy, Mr. Gooferson.
Sometimes she's be dissing me. That's because I'm on the cord.
All right. Topo. All right, man.
Here's the start.
All right, man.
You never do that in frame.
It's in frame.
Oh, okay.
What you fucking talking about, my framing? Ow. You see my little art?
Haircut when? Don't tell me summer. No, you're not gonna have hair down to your ass.
I guess I'm not gonna tell you anything then.
At least trim it.
No, I mean I do sideburn.
Oh my god, bruh. Do you want any ladies? The cut is gonna be crazy.
What do you mean?
Like if you don't just shave it and instead do like a real haircut, like a good shaping, like go to a real barber instead of yourself. Think about it. You could still cut your hair for your little charity, but you don't have to shave
For
your
my
head.
little charity. But that's not as hype though.
It is. I promise you, the shock transformation from what you are to being like a new haircut would be, because think about how long you've had this haircut.
That's true.
The shock transformation could go crazy.
It has been a while since I had a normal white boy haircut.
Normal white boy hair. Not even Jew boy hair.
What's a Jew boy hair?
That's what you have. You have Jew boy hair.
No, I used to have white boy hair.
No, white boy hair is straight. You have Jew boy hair.
Yeah, but it used to be short enough that it looked straight.
Yeah, because you would have a buzz cut. That's not a...
No, back in like middle school and stuff.
Dude, the last time you... was it really middle school the last time you had like a normal haircut?
9th grade, probably.
9th or 10th grade.
Because it was the start of COVID that I started buzzing it.
Yeah, you should ask your barber. You should ask a barber. A barber? A barber what would look good on your face, and then see what he says. Also, could be a great YouTube video. I walked into a barber shop and told them, give me what you think will look best.
Yeah.
That would be a sick YouTube video.
That's true. But one, that's a bit of a gamble
Why is that a gamble?
on whatever they do.
You can just buzz it like you were originally going to.
True, but
And then it's more content when you make a short saying, I hated it. Bzzz. Dude, you're not on the content strip that I'm on. I'm out here making efficiency gains. You could get one potentially amazing video and a great haircut. You feel great about yourself. Or you get 3 videos and they all get at least 1,000 views.
But what if? But that's not as hype though for like a big event.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, guys, I'll be back in an hour. Gotta go
You're
to
not
the
gonna
barber.
shave it on stream.
I would.
Oh my god, bro.
I've been mentally planning the fundraiser a bit
Oh
more.
my goodness.
That's what up there. There's 2 bubbles.
Dude,
I also have more in a Google Doc.
I'm telling you, man. I think you could get more content out of it than just a live. Because think about it, you're going to what? Post the VOD? Nobody watches VODs.
Could do an edited VOD, but still.
You know I'm right. For once in my life, I have a good content strategy. For once.
Yeah, but
I'm a backseat YouTuber.
you're right, but it would take away from the charity aspect, which is what I care more about.
Charity schmarity. I'll donate an extra $50 to cover the cost that you would lose.
No, but it's not as hype.
I know. I'm
for as a
hyped.
stretch goal.
I'd be more hype for changing your haircut. Look, you could say changing your haircut.
No, but that's not as hype.
It's hype.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, dude.
It would only be good if it's like, oh, we're going to try this out for like an hour and then cut it all off.
No, because then what if you like it, dog?
Then I know. Look, I'm not opposed to the next time it gets longer to actually like cutting it like a normal human being.
Yeah.
But it's just like, that's in however many months.
Wait, why don't you cut it now? Because it's the same effect.
What do you mean?
Cut it now. Make it look nice now. And then shave it on stream if you really want to shave it on stream. I just want to see what you would look like now in your mature male form with a nice haircut.
I don't disagree that that would be interesting.
Yeah, I think that'd be an incredibly let a barber pick, because you always come into the barber with something you want to do. But can you imagine, new city, they've never seen you before. The only context they have is you walking in. Could be a brazy YouTube video.
It could be a brazy YouTube video.
You'd have to have the confidence to be like, "Hey, can I film this?"
Yeah.
Because
then also I would have to like still blur them a lot, because if I end up doing a thing afterwards, if I hate it, then it shouldn't be like, oh yeah, look at this amazing barber. Actually, just fucking kidding. They're horrible and pieces of shit and dog shit.
Well, they might not be a bad barber. You just might not like the cut.
Yeah, but it would still reflect poorly on them. You wouldn't want to dog them.
No.
You got me tinking.
Yeah, man. I think that's a good one.
You got me tinking. Because you are right that I could get it cut now, but I wouldn't want it cut that much then, though.
Why?
Because I would want it to be
Think
long.
about how much growth you would have in 3 months. Your hair, the reason why it stopped growing is because it's so heavy, the hair follicles don't have enough time. That's like why hair naturally stagnates in growth. Like, you ever notice that, like, your leg hair doesn't go crazy?
Is that true?
Yeah, I have no idea why. I don't know the actual mechanism. But your hair is stagnated in growth. Your hair's not going to get that much longer.
I mean, it does. It's just slow. Looking back at photos from, like, at the end of the summer.
No, exactly.
Still long.
It doesn't grow that much, though. But the amount of short-term growth you would have going from no hair or a new hair into back to this would be relatively short in the comparison to the, maybe extra half an inch you would get. Because now your hair is just going into frizz rather than into length. Like, it's going this way rather than that way now.
No, it's going down more. Yeah, it is. Bro, it's down to it's nearly down to my shoulders.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not going to get that much closer to your shoulder in the what?
I also don't think it being closer to the shoulder matters much in terms of content.
Yeah.
For shaving.
Shaving your head in general is already a crazy move.
Yeah, you are onto something, Bobby.
Thank you. This is the first time I've actually been onto something.
I gotta squink about it.
All right.
Dude, I'm infectious with my language. The way that, like,
Yeah.
when we were on the call the other night,
Yeah.
we mentioned, or we acknowledged this later, but you hit your girlfriend with a bouquet. Or it was like, I was playing games with Ren and their friends the other night, and it was like, I think one of them's their brother, but I don't fully remember. I forgot their brother's name, but I think that's the brother. Anyway, I hit them with the fucking, you got to squink about that. And then he just picked up on it for the rest of the night. Fucking throwing in squink about it wherever.
Is this the air vents?
I don't know what those are.
I keep on thinking that it's a projector screen. Wouldn't that be epic if you had a roll down projector?
That would be really nice.
That would be nice.
Imagine that's why the fucking housing is so goddamn expensive.
Yeah. They put like a 4K projector in every room.
Yeah.
You have to supply the projector though. It's just the screen.
It's just the screen.
I think that's an air vent.
So it's a 4K projector screen, but not the actual projector.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the air vent. I think the air vent's like huge.
But I think that's the intake.
I don't know how HVAC units work.
HVAC works either. You got Aruba up top though.
Aruba.
Why don't you hardwire yourself into that?
I don't think there's an Ethernet.
We should look after this.
Okay, if you want to.
Let's look now. This is content.
You want me to take the camera off so I can...
No. It's funnier if they only hear out of context things.
Alright, I'm gonna record with my phone at least.
You say what words you want to say.
Alright, so Javi is now standing on my bed. He looks like a goddamn giraffe in a zoo enclosure, the way he's fucking got his neck bouncing up off the wall. Oh, here, hold on. What is blood doing? What are you trying to do? There's only like a USB port on this side.
A USB port right there, but nothing else.
Yeah.
This is lame. Do better, Emerson.
On
I say
God.
that while Harvard still has hardline phone jacks in there. Do you have hardline phone jacks in here?
Huh?
Do you have hardline phone jacks?
I don't think so. I don't know what that is though.
You know, like it looks like Ethernet, but it's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
There
Did
may
you
be
see-
one of those in here.
Why are all the outlets upside down? Same in my place too. Why are they upside down?
Make it more confusing. It's the upside down world.
But every
It's because
college.
we're used to Florida, which is below the equator, and this is above
Oh wait,
the
no.
equator.
I think it's actually supposed to be like that.
No, it's not.
No, this is code because the ground strip is above the power strips. So that way, if something falls, it hits the ground. The ground is the third plug.
Okay.
Like it's supposed to be that way. So if anything falls, it hits the ground instead of the live power. Actually,
Wait, but then why isn't it like that in Florida?
no, it is. But like it
it's
is like
land of the
UF's outlets are upside down too.
So is it a college thing then?
No, I think it's a code thing. I think that's how it's supposed to be. But homemakers are like, oh no, we'll flip them over.
But I don't think it's like that at. It was like that at school.
Oh, maybe not. Why are the
Agua. Find anything?
Hold on, I'm about to read it. Question: why are all my outlets upside down? Whoa. Answer: elections use this standard practice to indicate which outlets are controlled by a wall switch that a light or lamp can be plugged into. False. There's no way that is.
What?
Well, here we go. While there is no requirement within the standard electrical building code for the orientation of electrical outlets, it is a best practice to install them with the grounding pin, that third pin, up on the bottom. But
On the
another
bottom.
Yeah.
Which it isn't at, like here.
What do you mean?
The grounding pin on the bottom.
Or on the top, sorry.
On the top.
Wait, no, it's not. Is it a best? It is a best practice to install them with the grounding pin on the bottom. With the flip.
Bobby,
Explain like I'm 5. Why is it now code to install outlets upside down? There we go.
oh,
Right,
so
I
is
should
it
have just
a
typed
new
Reddit
building
afterwards.
thing?
If a conductive object falls accidentally across the main two prongs with the right side up, the plug isn't completely flush. If the plug isn't completely flush against the outlet, it will close the circuit. Therefore, your finger will get shocked. If it's your finger. If it's metal, there could be a spark. If there's a spark, there could be a fire. Building codes are designed to prevent things like accidental fires. By installing the outlet upside down, you put the ground prong on top of a plug that has one. the ground plug can't accidentally spark by itself, so it's safer to touch accidentally.
But that doesn't explain it, though. Because if it was maybe something with new buildings, then sure, but your building's old, isn't it? You're the Harvard building?
Yeah.
So unless they revitalized the electricity recently. What the HE double hockey sticks?
What? Let's look up in Boston.
But is that,
Yeah, it says it's just safer.
I don't doubt that it's safer. It's just interesting, though, why some places have
Yeah,
and
but
some
why
places
is it
don't.
like that?
Well, because it's safer.
Huh.
Literally, you just saw.
But, man, they're not concerned about my safety.
I wonder if it...
If they were concerned about my safety, the heater would work.
True. But instead, you cold boy.
I'm very frigid. I wear pants and a long sleeve to bed every night. I feel like
Wear pants and a long sleeve to...
because my room is freezing.
Like, not like pajama pant? Or
No, like pajama pants.
Oh, okay.
But like...
Get like a space heater. Oh, they probably don't allow
No,
those.
you can't have.
Yeah.
They won't let you have a kettle.
Yeah, I don't think they allow that here either.
Or an air fryer.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Also, I feel like a Victorian child.
By the way,
with my candle and my long pants and nightgown.
You should get one of those little hats.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
the
I feel like I should
bag.
have one. I'm so used to like just going to bed in shorts and nothing else.
I mean, I still go to bed in my fucking undies.
Yeah.
I'm still cruising. Well, it's because I got a computer here, keeping me warm.
But it's also your heater.
I don't have the heating on.
But what's the temperature in here? You have a digital readout of what the temperature is.
75.
Dude, it's kind of boasty in here. Yeah, and
legitimately, the heat is off. And the fan is on auto.
Yeah, no doubt. But like you have double pane windows.
Yes.
I have single pane windows and heat that doesn't work.
Damn, so it's just
cold.
just breezy.
Yeah, and I keep my PC on all the time, but I built my PC so well that it just stays so cool.
Oh, maybe you should get a worse cooling system or something.
I really should, man. I should just like put some productive. I put in an SSD. I got back from school. I put in an SSD. I had my original hard drive was from like 2006.
Because you got a SSD like
I've had an SSD, but it wasn't my boot SSD.
Yeah.
So it always took forever to load things. But now I reboot my PC just for funsies. Because it takes what? Maybe 10 seconds?
I don't know.
That's all it takes for mine.
I haven't seen that.
M.2, lightning fast.
M.2.
Samsung.
What's M.2?
It's like a port style. Instead of being like a big drive, it's this big. And it's 2 terabytes.
This is meaningless to me.
It's incredible.
What?
Look up M.2 versus SATA.
Making me do all this busy work.
Yeah. Well, you put up OBS for a reason. Let's use it.
M.2.
No, that's Modern Warfare 2.
M.2.
Wow, I cannot believe that was your go-to.
Versus Theta.
NVMe.
What?
Sorry, NVMe.
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 Images. See, look right there. Look at that exabytes.
What?
Yeah, look at that. Click it. See how different they are?
Yeah, it's just skinnier.
Yeah, but isn't it incredible that you can fit 2 terabytes in that? That's like the size
In
of
just
a USB.
one of those?
Yeah.
Well, can't they put Terra in like a micro SD card now though?
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
Yeah. It's
But
like
this is way faster.
there's one
M.2 is stupid fast.
There's a community joke where it's like an old tech guy is like, God, he's like kilo, mega, giga. What are they on now? Tetra? And the guy, one of the guys is like penta, and he's like, by God, they've done it.
Well, I'm in a coding class right now, and one of my professors, I guess I can dox him. He's world famous.
Yeah.
Jeremy Bloxham. He like put the Jupiter satellites up there. He manages the Jupiter satellites. He's nuts. He's like crazy.
Why is he at Harvard teaching then?
Because that's what Harvard professors are, researchers first, then they're professors.
Boring.
Yeah, anyways. Boring. They literally develop like half of the technologies that we use in our life.
Snore.
I've never heard snore used out loud.
I sleep. That's all I'll say.
But anyways, he was like, yeah, when I first became a professor, they gave me a little bit of money to put together a lab. And I spent $18,000 on an 870 megabyte disk drive. 870 megabytes. This is 1980s.
And he spent how much on that?
18,000. And he said it took 3 people to lift into the rack.
Dude, I got fucking flash drive.
Your Apple Watch has more than that.
You know what's crazy is that fucking little thumb drives now, they still only sell them in like 15 gigabyte sizes.
Yeah, because they're us on that shit.
I don't
Because
think
they
you can
know
say that
you're only going to
anymore.
use it for like 4 documents. They're like, fuck you, we're going to still charge a lot. I mean, screw you.
Like, I like how you whatever. I'll say this later. It is crazy how fucking micro SD cards are bigger than those now.
Yeah. How come I can fit, it's what? The size of my thumbnail? Why are thumbnails called thumbnails?
Because
I ain't got nothing to do with the dang video.
Cause like it's like the thing, like a little thing, like a little image, like the thumb is to the thumb, to the nail, to the thumb.
I lost brain cells when you said that.
I don't feel like Googling it.
Anyways, it's like the size of your thumb. It has a terabyte?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Why don't we?
When do you think the 500 terabyte drive is coming?
Drive?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because we're up to like 8 terabyte drives. Probably more than that.
Bro, this is all coding bullshit. Shit
No, I
ass
mean like hard drives.
ass. Yeah, I know. I don't fucking know. Like a year, 2, 3, 4,
That's
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably one of those. But is Google
What's
gonna have the answer to it?
Highest?
Yeah, they're saying that they're gonna sell it in fucking 2050. Okay, Google, thanks. You want to go out later? Sure. Look at this guy. He's trying to date Google.
You can get a 30 terabyte hard drive. Holy moly.
How much? Tell me Sir Galurple a lot the way I'd be slugging down water.
Doesn't even have a price.
I mean, it can't be that hard. Like, think of how big, like, a fucking hard drive is.
It's 3 inches, bro.
Yeah, but, like, in total volume. And then how many micro SD cards could fit into that? Like, a good number.
20 terabytes is only $319. $450 hard drive.
Oh, that's how the fucking...
$450.
That's
Or
how the guys that
30
get arrested get it.
Huh?
I always imagined it would be a lot harder to get that big of fucking sizes. Terabyte.
Well, I mean, it's a lot harder when it's hard drive because it's not digital. It's literally a disk spinning at 5,500 RPM. And the way they do that is they vacuum seal. They take all the air out of it and replace it with another gas.
Me.
But it like, and now they have like, so you can layer on top of layers. It's nuts. And it can still read it.
Just do like multiple.
You ever heard of a server, dumbass?
Or I don't know, Bobby. I don't know how any of this shit work.
Okay. What
Computer.
does your shirt mean?
Mogul Munchies. It's Ludwig merch. Because I normally
Is he still on YouTube?
Yeah.
Does he still live stream on YouTube?
Mm-hmm. He did get it though, so that now for big events he's gonna stream on both.
I thought that's why they paid him all the money.
Well, so kind of. He's still for his day-to-day. He's gonna do normal streams on YouTube. and he's doing more of like essentially like member only streams, I think. So like having to pay the squeeze to get in.
Okay.
But for like big event, he'll do stream on both platforms.
Weird.
I don't know. I mean, it's like his thought process was
But how did he get around that in his YouTube contract?
I assume in exchange for like a pay cut or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because Twitch has become chill about it all. They're fucking kicking back. They're, instead of pissing off their streamers and having good relations with their employees, they're now doing it the other way around.
Pissing off their employees and having good
Little bit. They're just having more layoffs and stuff, but I mean, so is everyone.
Yeah, all the tech companies are laying off right now.
Yeah, I just think there's more criticism towards Twitch because it's like,
yeah,
their CEO is doing a lot of like PR things and like doing events with streamers and stuff, and it's like, maybe you should be inside running the company and whatever, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Hot take. What do CEOs even do?
Not as much as they should be paid.
Probably agree.
Like, have you heard about Elon Musk, what he's doing? I don't fully know all of this.
I don't follow Elon Musk anymore. I don't really pay attention.
I have a fucking fart locked and loaded at some point. It's gonna just set itself off. But so, he apparently, I haven't read too much about this myself, but hearing it from reliable sources, he's like low-key blackmailing the Tesla board to give him like a $60 billion pay bump or like payment so that like he'll be a good CEO.
What?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, I think, or no, it's like
Probably
that's not
60
pay.
million, not 60 billion.
No, billion, because he's asking for more percent of the company.
Oh, more stocks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he's saying like, if you don't give it to me, then I'm not going to do AI shit at the company. And it's like, bro, you're the CEO.
Blood, what?
You're supposed to be doing what's best for a company. So I think there's like some interlocking there because it's like, will the Tesla board do it? And then if not, then
Can he be ever removed as CEO?
can, if he keeps selling shares, I think.
Oh, he's still majority owner.
I don't fully know. But I know it was like for a while he was selling shares to pay off Twitter debt.
Yeah.
And so because of that, people were theorizing that since he was focusing more on Twitter, it was more likely he would be fired or kicked out or whatever. But I don't know. It is something of like, because if the Tesla board gives him the money, then I mean, sure, he'll probably stick around, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get like a lawsuit from the shareholders or something, because if it's like being a bad use of company money. But if they don't, I mean, he is bluffing, I would think. But if he isn't bluffing, then that's its own shit pile. He's such a weirdo.
What a weird
gremlin little guy. It was also found out that apparently, like during a lot of business deal stuff over the past however long, he's just been on like copious amounts of different drugs.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, like coke, ketamine, LSD, fucking.
What is ketamine?
Jankum. Ketamine is
it a horse tranquilizer?
Yes, but it has been increasingly used as a depressant or I think a depressant, whatever. It's been used for depression, I think, for people, but it is its own drug in its own way.
Interesting. Yeah. People are weird, man.
Yeah, I think it's also just still in an experimental phase with it, because there have been some stuff that's been found that it is good for treating depression, but. There's the fridge being the fridge.
Interesting. Yeah. You gonna have a roommate next year?
No, because I have I'll keep this brief since I don't know how much of it I can talk about on here publicly. But like what I was talking to you about how reconnecting with an old friend and stuff, it sounds like from them there's some shit going on between them and their roommate, and it was like that was the one good roommate story that I had heard was them and their roommate, and now that's not the case anymore. And so it's like
weird, man. My roommates are all the chillest people in the world.
Yeah, but I think it's different
because they go to Harvard.
Okay. I think also they would probably start getting on your nerves a bit more if you had like a double thing, like in your suite rather than the single. Yeah. Because you can chill in your room, like a gamer, gangster, badass.
Do they just pump music all the time?
No, but sometimes they'll play music louder.
Oh,
yeah.
You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
The other day I was trying to do a reading and I heard it, so I was like, all right, fucking lo-fi time. Because it was also at the same time it was one of them just belting out their own lovely way. God.
Are they theater kids?
I don't know.
You haven't met them or talked to them?
Nope.
Why? I would have been talked to these people.
Huh?
I would have been talked to these people. I would have been.
I mean, well, I did talk to him once because I was like, hey, can you turn the music down? But no, I mean, I don't know. I didn't talk to them at the start, and now it's a whole semester, and it feels a bit weird to be like, hey, by the way, we're neighbors.
I guess.
So remember that time you got a noise complaint called in on you? Yeah, that was me.
Is there like a security force here? That's not just kids sitting at a front desk?
Yeah.
Really?
There's a whole like Emerson fucking PD or whatever.
What do they patrol?
I don't know.
You have
the sidewalk.
You have what, 6 buildings and a minor sidewalk?
I think they're who you call for a lot of it, though. For if there are situations on campus, because they can be more instantaneous in helping out.
Right. Do they have cars?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Whose phone was that, you think?
Does Emerson?
Googling it?
I'm very interested to see. Because what would they patrol?
Well, I don't think they patrol. I think they just chill. And then if there's a situation, they go and deal with it. What are they going to patrol? I think they may like patrol the common a little bit, but like, I don't also know if they have the authorization to do a lot of like cop things.
No. ECPD officers are sworn in both as Massachusetts Special State Police officers and Suffolk County deputy sheriffs. These police powers allow Emerson police officers the full police authority on property used, owned, or occupied by Emerson College. These police powers also expand officers' jurisdiction to maintain the security of college property and advance the safety of well-being of members of the Emerson College community. Blah, 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 blah. Just tell me if you have a car.
They probably have little, like, fucking... Shit, what are those called? Segways. They go skirt, skirt. Here, Bobby, do you want to hear the story of the first party, of Jake first party?
You went to a party?
Well, this was before coming back.
Oh,
but yeah.
Oh, you the one that...
Yeah.
All right, let me hear it.
For some context, well, so this starts off with we were hanging out with a group of friends. And you were invited, but you were out of town because you were a little bitch boy. Little bitch. But, so... Afterwards, though, one of them texts me and says, hey, do you want to go, like, out tonight? And I am dumb, so I say, what do you mean by that? And so it's like going out to a party. So she was very supportive about it and whatever. So I overthink it for a bit. I call you. Are you still looking at if there's a car?
I'm listening.
Yeah, but that's not good pod content, Bobby.
They do.
They do have cars?
What?
Where do they store them?
Where do they patrol? Anyways.
All right. Well, so I start overthinking it. This is like whatever time. And so I'm overthinking it. I call you. I ask for input.
Right.
I go to my mom. I ask for input. I go to our friend Luke and ask for input. I go to our friend Charlie and ask for input.
Why?
Because I was overthinking it, Bobby.
Clearly.
Because I haven't been to a party. I'm not a partier. I know I'm not a partier. I know there is a very high chance that I won't enjoy it because, like, you know me, it's just not for me. Yeah, but so fucking whatever. So I eventually decide on it, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And so she sends me the invite, or not the invite. She tells me where it's going.
Was it New Year's?
No, this was like, I don't fucking remember. It was like a weekend.
Wait, I was out of town. So this is while I was in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But so she sends me the address, and it's like, I go to it, and it's like a house party, kind of. You fucking Mr. Party Man?
Around.
Dude, I'm gonna shit my pants later. I had the hot chicken again from the place.
Why?
Because I like it, because it's little tradition for me.
Go to the dining hall.
Yeah, I could. I went to the dining hall, like, earlier.
Okay.
I want to fry the chicken. But, okay, so I go to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a house party. So there's, like, whatever. I had been warned that I would probably have to pay to get in. And so, because I'm a guy. And so I do, and whatever. And so I meet...
How much did you have to pay to get in?
I think it was like $10, $5, something like that.
Damn!
Whatever.
Those assholes.
I mean...
Unless you come with a flock of girls. Otherwise, you got to pay.
Yeah, exactly. And like I kind of knew that and had been warned about that by our friend. And so I go in and I meet her there, and it's just this thing of like we're just kind of both there. And it was this great thing where in the time leading up to it, I was worried because I was like, I'm going to be going there. This is our hometown college, so I don't know anyone there besides just our friend. And so, like, I'm not a little social butterfly. Can you imagine me going around fucking talking up people, being like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Imagine that.
I would love to see it.
It wouldn't happen.
Oh.
It wouldn't. I would rather blow my brains out in front of them than introduce myself. I would rather put the fucking shotgun barrel in my mouth and pull the trigger.
Wow, okay.
It's just not me. And so a lot of the lead up to it, I was worried about, like, you know, what's the vibe going to be for me? Mm-hmm. Because, like, I'm just little guy who's not going to go around and
little
socialize.
Guy, 6 foot what?
6 foot. If you count the hair, probably like 6'3".
Yeah.
But I'm just a little guy. And so, like... I don't know. And so I didn't know if, like, it would be kosher for me to just be following her around the whole time.
Right.
Because it's like, she's inviting me, yeah. But, like, I don't want to just be a little fucking, like, those little things that stick onto the shark, you know?
Yeah.
You know those little things?
Shark.
Yeah. What are they called?
Menorah fish.
Menorah fish. I don't want to be menorah fish. I ain't no mirror fish. I'm a menorah fish. Yeah, so I start kind of hovering and whatever. And she's trying to do her best to, like, help me be engaged. Okay. And it's this thing of, like, she's drinking, allegedly, even though I'm going to censor her name. But there was allegedly alcohol there.
Could have been raspberry juice.
Certainly didn't smell like raspberry juice.
Could have been cranberry juice.
Clear cranberry juice, yeah. I didn't know they made that.
Could have been water.
Could have been water. Yeah, with just a little flavoring in it.
Could have been water with Crystal Light.
But so... Love my Crystal Light. But so, she's drinking, I'm not. And so, it's like, because she's drinking... we developed this plan of, whenever she wants a drink, I'll go over with her. We'll both get drinks, and then I'll just pour my drink into her cup.
LOL.
And then that way she get 2
Where
drinks.
is it, open bar? Or is it paper shot?
Are those the only 2 kinds?
Did you pay for your shots?
No.
Open bar.
So you just go over and you're like, hey, this, and then they pour it. But so we're going around, and it's this thing, and as she progressively gets more and more tipsy, there is, like, the occasional moment of where, like, someone comes over and just, like, tries to talk to her, and then I'm just, like, standing there because it's like, whatever, there's something just to say to her. Mm-hmm. And, like, I did know one other person there.
Who'd you know? What a cool name.
You haven't met her.
I've met her.
You have?
Yep.
When?
Saw her at Patty Cakes.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Were you with Maddie?
Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
I wouldn't have recognized her otherwise.
But yeah, so she was there, and I kind of talked with her. And also, fucking another name I get to censor was there.
What?
Yeah, she's a character in the story.
Really?
Yeah, and so we're chilling, and we have a moment where our friend introduces her to me, and it is like, yeah, this is Jake, and we're like, oh shit, hey, what's up? Because we haven't fucking talked since Lincoln,
right?
Since middle school, whatever. I can leave that uncensored. But so why are you taking the mic condom off?
Just to do it.
But so whatever. So our friend is getting progressively more and more drunk. And allegedly, and she'll fucking hate me if she finds out that I told you this, but I'm gonna fucking remove some of the details. Okay. She starts getting a little bit more talkative with a lot of other people, and so there's like, she's a socialist, I think.
And so socializes a lot, or in the political ideology?
Both.
Okay.
I'm meant as the political ideology, but yes, she is a yapper.
Okay. Certified?
Certified yapper.
Yapper.
And so there is like a few moments where like she starts getting in these like heavy political discussions with people
at a house party.
At a house party, but
this goes crazy.
But okay, it's a house party, but it's outside, and it's like kind of raining like a wee little bit, but like just a cool little bit. Party. Yeah, but like it's just like a chill little bit of rain.
Right.
But so she starts like, she's like too drunk though to really have a talk with a guy about Stalinism versus socialism, and why like Stalin, like guys saying how Stalin wasn't that bad and history just paints him in a worse picture than he really is. And she's like too drunk to really argue back. And I'm just sitting there watching and enjoying the spectacle. Right. But then there's also a moment where this guy comes up. It was after she finished talking to the Stalinist, and this guy comes up and he's like, damn, that's crazy. And I'm like, I think it's funny that this guy just came up and is trying to make his way into conversation. And he's like, I don't think any of us know him. And so I'm like, yeah, dude. But I think because of that, then our friend starts interacting with him. And she like immediately like, what are your views on capitalism? And this is like white guy, maybe like around my height, a little like brutish, or not brutish, like buff, like a tiny bit,
right? Blonde
hair, whatever.
Decently fit, as they say.
Yeah, decently fit. And they start talking, and it's this like, he's this like frat president or whatever, and he's like, but I think there's someone in his frat who our friend like has some negative history with, and so she kept trying to like talk to him about that, or about that guy. And he's too drunk to explain, allegedly too drunk to explain, well, he's probably 21, whatever, that guy's no longer in the frat, so we can't, like, hold him responsible for anything. And she's too drunk to understand that. And so they just keep going back and forth, and me and the other friend who we know are just standing there watching, enjoying, and like we're like, it's like think of like a cross, and so it's like one friend who is drunk socialist frat guy, and then I'm like here, and then the other friend's here, and so we're just like looking at each other but looking at this whole conversation. And there was a great moment where like it's hard to fucking save identities, but not reveal too much and whatever, where our friend is like, what is your, like, who would you, like, be honest with me. You can be honest with me. Who would you vote for in the 2024 election? And the guy's like, I don't know. Like, I don't really look into politics all that much, whatever. And then, like, the other friend she's like, oh, so you just, like, don't want to get any girls. And it was this great zing, but he was too drunk to understand as an insult as well. But it was just, so we were just watching it this whole time, and eventually the guy fucks off. It's now like there's a group of like roughly around like 6 girls, maybe. One of them is, and she is more sober. She's only had like 1 drink or something, but I think otherwise is sober. And so they want to, it's like 1 a.m. and they want to go to a club now. clubs close at 2, I guess. And the nearest one is like a 40-minute walk. And so like they kind of decide to start going for that. But then it's this thing of like, fuck, my brain just stalled out. What the hell was I saying? Oh, but then they are like, all right, well, we should get food instead, or like yummy food time. And so they start walking in just a direction. They start going in this direction. And so our friend is like, she's pretty drunk at this point. I don't know a good scale of how drunk people are, but like I have been told.
She's on the scale somewhere.
She's on the scale, and I've been told by other people who are more familiar that she's pretty far down the scale. Okay. And that like maybe. Allegedly. And like maybe we don't let her drink too much more. Right. And so I'm like, all right, sure. And so as we're walking, it's like also then the plan becomes like, oh, we're going to this person's dorm to get in their car, the sober person, their car, to then drive people to their dorms. And I'm saying to our friend, like, hey, why don't we just like go back to my car? Because I was at the house party. I drove to the house party and I'm sober. And then I'll just drive you back to your dorm. And she's insisting, no, I don't want to throw up in your car. And so we keep walking, and we're like 10 minutes into this walk. Again, there's like 5 or 6 other girls, and like most of them are like a little bit drunk, but I don't know how much. And then our friend realizes, oh, wait, I don't want you, Jake, to walk alone in the dark back to your car. And I have mace, so I will walk with you to your car. And then I say, okay, as long as I can drive you back to your dorm. And she's like, fine. And so then we get to the car, and by then she's starting to get a little nauseous. And so we start taking it a little slow, and then get to the car, and it's like probably would be like a 5-minute drive to her dorm, becomes like a 20-minute drive. Because
you're stopping and starting and stopping and starting.
Yeah, I'm pulling over. And so then we eventually get back to the dorm, and she's like, by this point, she is really not feeling great, but I think she's also pretty tired. And so she's just like, she'll open the door to like throw up, presumably, but she'll just stay there. And it's like, are you going to throw up? Like, what's going on? And she'll just like stay there. And I'm like, how are you feeling? Talk to me. And she's like, And so I'm like, all right. So once we get to the parking lot, I had been like, making sure we closed the door before driving. But once we get to the parking lot, I'm like, we're going slow enough that like you can keep the door open. But she is like fucking hunched out the door. And so then like, she'll hate me if she finds out that I fucking talked about this. But
at least she watched the podcast.
True, and I don't think she does.
Exactly.
But yeah. But so then there's like a few moments though where she's like, because she's like, imagine this is the car door,
right?
Or like, I don't know how much of this will be in frame, so go fuck yourself. But like, or like this is the car door, and so she's just like kind of like this.
Huh. Okay.
It's like, but she's like motionless. And or like she's breathing, but like whatever. And then there's like a few moments where she like starts to fall and then catches herself. But it's like her seatbelt isn't fully on. It's like just the little waist thing. So like I don't know if she'll go fucking tumbling out the car. And so I'm like, bro, you can't be doing that. And so eventually we fucking find a parking spot, and we slowly make our way up to her dorm. And then by this point, it's now like 2 a.m. And I think then I spend the next like 2 hours helping her sober up and then making sure she goes to bed sleeping on her side.
You're a better friend than me.
Yeah.
I leave him at the curb.
But so that was the whole thing. And so pretty much I'm leaving out some details, but whatever. And so, but I was thinking about it because the whole time she was being incredibly apologetic about it and saying like, you don't have to fucking stay here, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, I had a good time because I was helping out a friend even though they were feeling fucking miserable. Even when I was sitting there fucking in the bathroom with my like turned around while she was showering, it's like, I was still, or like while she was throwing up in the toilet, it's still like I was there helping out a friend through a hard time. And so that's a good feeling. And it's like, it's also that like I know that she would do the same for me. And whatever. And so it's like, I don't know. Because if we were in that situation, I would fucking stick it out with you.
You're one of two people I would do that for.
Like me and Maddie.
Yep. Otherwise, I'm like, hey, bro, that's on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there was a thing of like, at one point of the night, it was like when they were starting to walk away from the house party, is there I was more sticking through it because it's like, well, I don't know if anyone's responsible here. So like I'm gonna fucking make sure that people end up alive. But then it was like a thing of like, well, whatever, I'm just helping out. I think though, kind of, I wasn't originally planning on segueing these topics together, but that it is kind of related to how like the other night I was watching an episode of House, or I was watching a streamer watch an episode of House.
The doctor show.
It is the doctor show. And it was about
doctor.
Or at one point, one of the characters is he donates like a part of his liver to a like kind of friend of his. And I mean, that just got me thinking about like, because in the show they treat it like, I think as serious as donating a liver is, which is like pretty serious. But I was thinking about it and it's like, I would donate a part of my liver to a lot of people. And it's like, am I too giving?
I think with the liver, yeah. Because, like, there's no guarantees in any operation.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, there's no guarantee, but it's like 90%. And if someone's going to fucking die, whatever.
Fair.
I'd donate part of my liver to you, to her, to like fucking 5 other friends that I could probably think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, I would do it for a lot of friends. If I don't know you, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Which is a fault in me.
I mean, no, I think there is something, though, of like being too self-sacrificing, which is like, there was an earlier episode, I think, where I'm going to butcher the quote, but like at one point there was someone who was like too overly, or like it was a character flaw of theirs in the show about how over willing they were to donate or like whatever to help out others. And there was a line of like, well, if you're that willing, like just sign your organ donor card and go kill yourself.
Got him.
Because and it's like, that's not, there is merit to that argument, which is like, you know, if you're that willing to put yourself down to help others, then why not just go all the way? And that's not like a reasonable thing. That's putting it to the exaggeration extreme, to show how it is negative. But I don't know, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I realize probably like the last 10 minutes has been me babbling, but like, whatever.
I like watching your audiogram.
What? Because it goes from little spiky to just
mine.
flat.
Mine comes in 3 to 5 second spikes.
Yeah.
I think it's very telling.
Yeah, you're right.
Isn't it very interesting?
I did give a speech the other day in one of my classes as like an intro speech, and the comment the professor gave on the Canvas thing was like, "Don't forget to breathe." I mean,
that guy is funny.
She said other stuff as well. That was nice, but like,
whoever that is, you need to set them
up
at a stand-up bar. That shit's hilarious.
I'll pull it up for you so you can see it.
Don't forget to breathe. Is the most ice cold thing I've
No. She said a lot of nice things.
No, I'm not saying,
like,
but that's like hilarious. Is this Canvas?
Yeah, but you have to do the.
I hate Canvas. Canvas could be the worst app ever made.
Canvas is a little cringy, a little crinky dinky.
And the fact that you have it on whatever version of the dashboard this is terrifying. Great vocal delivery. You have a really nice presence. Very friendly and conversational. Overall, eye contact and facial expressions are good. Keep increasing the eye contact when you can. Smiley face. Don't forget to breathe. It's okay to pause here and there. Maybe it's the grape caffeine. Absolutely love the notebook quote. How fun to get a glimpse of your thought process. Thanks. Great job. What class is this?
This is Fundamentals of Speech Communication or something. So we gave a speech that was like, we were supposed to present, it was ungraded, and it was supposed to present 3 different items that were like kind of representative of us or our identities or whatever. And so I did
Crystal Light.
Yeah, I did Crystallite. I did that little Whale Lord plush right there. And then I did a notebook where I had written down a lot of other ideas for different items.
Interesting.
And I also wrote down in that notebook my own little thoughts because I was like, man, I think it would be better if I just go up and ramble because I like to waffle. Call me Mads Waffleson the way I be waffling.
You did not say that in a college class.
I did.
Oh, Jesus.
Or like, I even read out how I think the start of it was like, I don't want to go up and be all formal Mr. Man. And so I said that. And also the Mads Waffleson.
This is why at Harvard TDM, Theater, Dance, and Media, I have a lot of friends that are doing like TDM degrees or taking TDM classes. And it astonishes me that they think that this is a hardship on them, that this is a hard class.
What?
My friend had to act like a horse for his final.
Bro, nay.
And that was...
Give me some straw,
to
dude.
act as if that is a hardship or something that is incredibly difficult, it is a miracle that is the same Harvard degree that I will get.
I'm trying to think, what is it that... Because I feel like a lot of this is linked to... I don't know. Because it's like, I kind of also have a similar attitude about, like, presentations and stuff as you. As that, like, they're relatively easy. You just go up and you say the shit.
Say stuff.
Yeah.
No, but here's my thing is I just don't get, like... I don't know. Not that, like, to be, like, a STEM elitist or anything like that, because I think literature classes can be hard as crap, too. I just don't get people who, like, genuinely take easy classes and then are like, oh, life is such a tribulation. Excuse me, I have to go to my art history class.
I mean, I don't know.
Or art appreciation. Art appreciation, bro. I can appreciate it.
Yeah, that's
Can you do my physics homework, please?
That's true. I mean, probably you have to fucking... what is it?
Not to say that work isn't work. Like,
Yeah.
Like, working at McDonald's is probably, like, you're still going to be tired at the end of the day. But, like, I'm still going to give my props to the guy who was underground building a pipe all day.
For us, it's a lot easier to BS an essay than it is to, like, write a research paper or about stats and stuff. Right. And I'm trying to think, why is that? I mean, it probably just our middle school experience, because we went to a middle school that was very, like, research and critical thinking focused, for lack of better terms.
I also just think that's not to be, like, a complete and utter dick, but, like, at Harvard, everybody is smart, right? But it's, like, smart in different ways.
Yeah.
Like, you and I were smart not because of, like, oh, it was everything that we did. It was, like, but it was just generally how we were brought up. Like, it's not like we didn't focus on going to tutoring every 2 seconds to make sure. It was something that we did passively. It's like it wasn't like you thought about it every day. Yeah. What?
Smart fella or fart smeller? I wish I could have said that with a straight face. Fuck. No, I think you're right. It is some. It is. It came easier to us, or at least to you and me. Yeah. Yeah. I just wonder why.
I think you could have gotten into Harvard.
Yeah, I kind of
tried more.
What do you mean?
You are so smart, but you do not give a rat's ass about the ACT, SAT.
I did SAT, like, tutoring.
Yeah.
I hated it, but I did it.
But, like, you didn't like put any real attentive effort into it. Like, if you put in as much effort into 1 ounce of the mental health video as you did into your SAT, if you put as much effort as you do into 1 ounce of the mental health video into your SAT, I think you could have gotten a perfect score. In fact, I know you could have gotten a perfect score.
Maybe. You're probably right. Because, I mean, senior year, it was like, how many fucking class periods did I have? Pretty much.
Dude, you had like 87 missed periods.
No, I didn't.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I don't even think I could check now. I think
we went to school for 180 days. You were at least missing from 100 or from 87 English classes.
English classes? No.
Yes.
I went to most of the English classes. There was only like a handful that I didn't go to.
Cap.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry for the ones that I didn't go to when my appendix burst. My bad. Yeah, I should have gone in there with a gaping wound in my stomach.
No, but you also took easy classes your senior year.
That's true. What I was gonna say is that I think like
If you wanted to try hard, you could have gotten in.
Yeah, no, I think yes, you are right. I could have gone down the STEM route. I could have probably
Well, not even with STEM. You could have done with literature. You're a good enough writer.
Icky. Yeah, probably. But like I could have gone down the Ivy League path, but I just didn't care.
Yeah, I know.
And so it would have been interesting, I think, if I had applied to Harvard, but to see if I could have gotten in off of the TV production stuff.
Did, yeah.
But like I didn't. And I think that would have been cool and like whatever. But
Can you imagine if you would have gotten in?
I wouldn't have
Forced you
gone.
to go.
No, I wouldn't have gone.
You wouldn't have gone?
No, they don't have that creative like video stuff. That's why I didn't apply.
But you would have had an amazing time.
I think it would have been a great accomplishment though to say that I got in.
Yeah.
It's the
They
same
sent
way
you
as,
an epic letter saying that you got in.
you know, my uncle, he like back before when everything was like written and stuff,
Yeah.
he secretly applied to Harvard, got in, and then didn't go.
That's baller.
Even though he was studying law.
That's baller.
He went to, I think, Yale? I don't remember. I think
That's
Yale.
actually no longer baller because he went to Yale.
Yeah, I could have. I just don't care.
No, and you know what? Not hot take whatsoever. I don't think most people should care.
Yeah.
And I think that while also me putting the Ivies on the pedestal, I don't think we should put the Ivies on that big of a pedestal. They do great things. They have great people. They have great history. But also, like, you don't need to waste your... I think that there are people at Harvard who have tried their entire life to get to Harvard and have missed the rest of it.
Okay, I would argue you are closer to that than you think. I don't think you've missed the rest of it, but you do realize that you spent like so much of your life focused on getting into Harvard.
Right. But I don't think I missed everything.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think that there are people that have missed all of it. And I think that to people, like I'm unusual in the fact that I have my life pretty well planned out. And I have for a long time because I have a set passion with the thing that I want to do. And I've had this thing that I want to do for a long time. Ever since you've known me, I've always been like, I want to design and build cars. Yeah. That's been my thing since I was literally like 8. And so I had this plan where it was like always going to be this way. But there are people who like are at Harvard right now and undecided, but spent their entire time just getting there and forgot to figure out who they were along the way.
Yeah. But I think from knowing you, though, you were set on going to Harvard before you were set on car design stuff. Back when you were still in acting and everything, you were still...
No, I was always set on car design.
Okay, but maybe you weren't acting on it as much, I should say.
Yeah, but I just think that there are some people who are like, geez, bro, do you know who you are?
I think had I focused on academics more, there's a very likely chance I would be one of those people.
Yeah. That's why I'm like not like I said, if you dropped everything and focused on it, you could have gotten it.
Instead, I'd just be...
Yeah, and I think you're happier for it.
Yeah, and I think it's also that I am now pursuing... I think, because I was talking to Luke about this, I don't even remember, like a week or two ago. He was saying how, like, he admires both of us for the way that we will, like, become incredibly dedicated towards a goal and then, like, go full in on it. Yeah. And he was saying, like, how for you, that was, like, going to Harvard. And for me, what he had seen was, like, the Gossip Accounts video and the making of that, and probably now the teen mental health video, except that's just been drawn out. Yeah. And I think it's, like... Yes, I think had I focused on that, then I probably would have gone all in on that, but then I wouldn't have I wouldn't have discovered all the fulfillment that I get from doing bullshit like this with cameras and mics and whatever.
I also think that we're very unique in the fact that we're, one, determined, but we're also stubborn.
Yes.
And we kind of both refuse to take no for an answer. You more than me.
I think,
that has turned out to be a good thing for us. I think in a different life, it probably wouldn't have worked out as well as it did.
yeah, I think tenacity. I think that's the word for it. It was especially that at the end of fucking senior year for
Right.
me. Yeah. Can't believe you're just fucking drinking out of that all casually.
Nice and cold because the window was open.
Yeah. I don't know. My woke liberal brain is like, oh, we should clarify, not take no for an answer.
Oh, I mean educationally.
Yeah,
Christ.
No,
And
yeah, I know.
goals-wise.
In our motivations and
Yeah.
our goals and what we're working on.
Always ask for consent,
Yeah.
even from your thoughts.
What?
Gotta ask your brain consent.
Dude, I wish I could say no to my own fucking brain.
Yeah,
Just on haywire.
yeah, you especially. Jake's hair is actually physical embodiment of what he thinks.
Yeah. But then if I cut it all off, I'll have no thought.
None.
I'll have
No
thought.
brain.
Brain empty.
Empty.
Oh, fuck.
Smooth.
Shit.
But yeah,
Yeah, that is interesting to think about.
it was wild leaving for a month and then coming back and being like, this got normal.
What do you mean?
Harvard got normal.
What? There's no longer people peeing on the pistachios?
No, like it's normal to me.
Oh.
It used to be this thing that was like I would kill somebody to get into this school, which is a terrible process and thought to have. A terrible motivation to be like, I want this so bad that I will literally do anything for it. And I did do everything for it. I spent all my waking days doing everything that I could.
We were all worried about if you didn't get in.
Right. It was a big fear for 4 months or however long it was until they replied back to me that I wouldn't get in. And I wasn't worried about Brown or Yale. That didn't apply to Yale. Did I apply to Yale? I don't think I applied to Yale. Penn and all that and MIT. It was Harvard. Which is a weird pedestal to think, and I admit that this is a weird process that I have. But like now I'm here. And
But now it's
and
just-
this Harry Potter building is normal to me.
This Harry Potter. What?
Have you been in Harvard's freshman dining hall?
I don't think so.
You need to
Oh, I
come.
think you've sent me photos of it, though, so I do know what you're talking about.
You should come to campus. Why don't you ever come to campus?
What the fuck am I going to do there?
I don't know. hang
Go
out.
tickle your prostate or something? Come on.
No, we could go see a show and then like go to Harvard dining hall.
Yeah, we could, I guess.
We should do that. You know the Hasty Pudding?
No.
Hasty Pudding is like the oldest theater troupe in America, and they put on a self-written show every year out of like the cast of Harvard kids, and they host Man of the Year, and it's a big thing. Like some famous actors.
Oh, is that what Covey was talking about last night?
Yeah, and they print. They're like they're super famous. They're like it's like makes a splash. But anyways, but like that environment is normalized now.
Yeah.
And the fact that my friends are all these people that do crazy things, like I know somebody who is developing a real estate app that is estimated to be worth almost $10 million. And he's just like in one of my, on campus. I know the person who won the national poetry contest. I know her. Thousands of people submit. She won. People who win national math competitions, here. People who do crazy things. Like my neighbors are all nuts. They all have done crazy things, but they're just my neighbors to me. Here, I'm sure there's people who have done incredible things.
I was thinking, I'm sure there's people who have done incredible things here, but it's like, I don't know. I wonder if it's like, are you saying that though because you're feeling some kind of imposter syndrome about it?
Well, no, like I feel I was for sure for the first 3 months. I felt like I shouldn't be there. But then I started to get my like foothold friends, got my grades. I was really worried about my grades. So I was like, everybody else is gonna get an A and I'm gonna get like a D. But I didn't. But no, and then like And then you realize that, like, this is everything that you had thought it was, but now it's not a pipe dream. It's here, and it's normal to you. You live in Boston. I live in, technically, Cambridge, but Boston. This is something that I had thought out for a long time. I don't know about you. But moving somewhere else and being at a prestigious place is crazy.
It is very lucky that we ended up in the same area.
Dude, thank Christ.
I mean, we could have done it digitally.
It would have sucked.
It just wouldn't be the same. We probably wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Um,
It's crazy that we both do these epic things and then we also just hang out on Sundays.
yeah. That's really interesting to think about how you're saying how it was once a pipe dream and now it's like it is just reality.
We're in a dream.
I think that's going to happen to me when YouTube stuff takes off.
Yeah.
It was this thing forever that I've been idealizing and now it is the thing.
Right. And
That's interesting.
it is hard to recognize when you're living your dream.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some like fucking Office quote or something that's like, you don't realize you're in the golden ages or golden years until after you've left them or something.
Yeah. But it's hard to realize that you're living your dream and then you do it.
Yeah, because I think there's also some amount of taking enjoyment out of it if you are then to be like, I should realize that this is epic instead of just feeling that this is epic.
Right. But now it's like on to the next dream.
Which is what? Carring?
Now it's like Formula One.
Yeah.
Or bust. And it's like the next dream. And I got to go through hell for the next 4 years to do it. But it's very interesting. But also it's like hell at the coolest place on earth.
Yeah.
So is it really hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? This is a side note. I think if this podcast were to start making money, technically speaking, we wouldn't be able to keep filming it in here. Because I think Emerson doesn't.
I'd say screw them.
Yeah, I say screw him too. And it would only be.
I wouldn't tell them.
Yeah, it would only be once they start fucking knocking at the door that I
Right.
would still do anything about it. But like the grilled cheese Thursday, the issue with that, which I was talking about last week.
Right. Did it get shut down?
I think the one that I was at, I think they got notified of like, hey, keep it down because they had been loud. But I think they could get in trouble for it because it is making money on their campus that Emerson's not getting a cut of.
Why are universities so weird? Are you guys a university or are you a college?
I think a college.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
University has many colleges?
I don't think so.
Because I go to Harvard College at Harvard University.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe then.
Like, I play a sport for Harvard University, but I go to Harvard College.
Yeah, because it's always the college of something
Yeah.
at a school. Yeah, you may be right. Like at UF, it's the University of Florida, but then the College of Journalism.
Right. And the College of Arts and Sciences.
So then why wouldn't Emerson be a university and then have it be like the College of
Yeah.
or something?
Well, maybe because all of your degrees are arts degrees. Do you have a BS?
I don't fucking know. I don't remember what that is.
Do you have a Bachelor's of Science degree here?
Maybe. I think there is like one psychology-focused major. So
But
maybe
it still
that.
might be a BA.
Yeah, I don't know. Make me harder.
No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He was fucking belting that last night. You know that's what you're like whenever you have a song stuck in your head.
No, but still, no.
What are you Googling?
Trying to figure this out.
Whoa, what's the difference? Probably because one is...
All the ones are like, why is Emerson not on the same plane as Harvard, MIT? And I can tell that's somebody who went here and is jealous.
Emerson not on the same plane? Because it's not a fucking, like, school.
Why doesn't it tell me? Maybe I'll ask ChatGPT.
What are you Googling?
Why is Emerson College not a university?
Well, I think you should Google what the difference between the two are first. And then we can learn from there together forever and ever.
Hold on. I'm asking ChatGPT.
Excuse me, Mr. GPT.
I just want to see what it says. Emerson College in Boston is a liberal arts college focused on communication and the arts. The distinction between colleges and universities often lies in the range of academic programs and degrees offered. While universities typically offer a broader array of undergraduate and graduate programs, colleges like Emerson may specialize in specific fields. Is it because you don't have a grad school?
No, we do have grad students.
Really?
Yeah.
Studying, if you tell me that there is a graduate degree of comedy, I'm jumping out that window.
I don't know if there is one of comedy, but I know there are ones. Because we often get like grad students who are teaching because we did at least last semester. Yeah, you could grad fucking.
Colleges often refers to community colleges, technical schools, and liberal arts colleges. I mean, you are a liberal arts college. I'm a liberal arts college at a university.
Wait, what liberal arts college are you in?
What is a liberal arts?
What is a liberal arts college?
I don't know. I just go to one.
Always with the phone.
What is a liberal arts college? A liberal arts college or liberal arts institution of higher education is a college with an emphasis on undergraduate study in liberal arts and general sciences. Such colleges are known to impart broad general knowledge and develop a general intellectual capacities, in contrast to professional or vocational curriculum, which focuses on specific skills.
So would Emerson be a liberal arts college?
You are a liberal arts college.
But it's not general knowledge. Whatever.
I don't know, man. Maybe you're too liberal of a liberal arts college.
Oh, there was one other thing. I know we're like a bit over time. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, we're 119.
Really? Oh.
At least according to this. Gender, Gen Z, politics. So this is new data that came out. I'll see if I can find it.
What?
New data has come out that where's the graph? There's a yummy graph here. So recently there has been more of a political divide between young men and women in the U.S.
I absolutely agree with this graph.
Well, yeah, because I think generally both were becoming more liberal. These are like...
They're not trending more liberal.
Well...
Women are, the men are not.
They were, but then they stopped at, what is that? I don't know, some fucking point. I don't...
Is this that...
So I think this isn't by the cohort. This is
that they're growing, and that line is that they're stopping to grow. Now they're stopping growing?
What?
Is that 0 plus means that they've stopped growing?
Plus zero is like perfect, like centrist. What are you looking at? The plus 0 on the left?
What is the axes? What do the axes mean?
Okay. So this is like the further down, the more conservative. The further up, the more liberal. 0 is presumably right in the middle.
Okay.
And so these are years, decades.
I see that.
And so I think it's... I guess it's that... I don't know.
I know that South Korea has been in a nosedive for conservatism amongst men, but I don't know why.
I mean, I'm just more interested in U.S. because U.S. pill, U.S. man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it's not by the cohort. So it's not that... Because I originally thought it was that. And so that presumably...
What is it by?
It's by people at that age at that time. So it's not like... I thought that like Gen Zers were becoming more conservative over time. Instead, it's that people that age, which is now Gen Zers, have trended more conservative. Does that make sense?
So like I couldn't be in this data set more than once.
No, it's that you are now in the data set. The way I originally read this was that this was just us.
Okay.
But it's we have just now reached that age. Cuz it's this selective age of people over time, wherever that is.
Oh, so 18-year-olds in 1990,
Yes.
18-year-olds in
Yes,
2020.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. I
But
agree
so
with
they
that.
are becoming, men are becoming more conservative, which
I
is
agree with that.
interesting. I'm not surprised by women because, like, whatever, fucking, like, I don't know,
I think they're more likely to be
dealing with a lot of political issues.
no. I think that they're more likely to be identity politics. I think they're more involved in identity politics.
Maybe.
I think that they're more online than men are.
I don't know if that's true. I wouldn't be surprised though if it is what I was saying, and that they are more affected by things like Roe v. Wade, for example,
Right.
that getting overturned, of course.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity, whatever.
But I also think that this trend is confounded by the fact that in general, the politics are getting more conservative. Because if I think of a normal conservative 20 years ago, that person is a hell of a lot more liberal than a conservative now.
That's true. I think
I think we're seeing this politics slide because I don't know if you remember Mitt Romney running was like a conservative back in the day. And now he's almost liberal.
I don't remember that, but that's interesting.
Mitt Romney is almost liberal,
Yeah.
which is scary to me. That means that we've had this incredible slide right.
It has been like over the past 10 years, is slide to
Right.
the
We've
right.
had this incredible slide right. And I think it's fueled by social media, lack of general critical thinking, and lack of awareness of information in the media.
Yeah, I agree.
I think men especially, are feeling left behind by this. And it's causing them to go into ideologies that that are not necessarily becoming of them because they feel that they're being left behind.
What do you mean left behind?
Because they're still in this idea of, oh, I should be providing. Oh, I should be looking for women. Oh, I think they're stuck in this old mindset that's not following with them. And so you're seeing this slide right.
That's interesting.
Because I think men are generally scared of the idea of change occurring in the workplace and in their social lives. Because I still think it's the case that men in relationships with females monogamously aren't seeing that big of a change at home. But I think it's men who are actively looking for relationships and men who are in the workplace are feeling, not that like this is a good recognition of what's happening, but I think they're feeling displaced by a generally more woke culture of women entering the workforce and being very well. I mean, men are losing the battle in college education. Not that it's a battle, but
it's that, like, for a lot of things, there had been previously a disparity between, like, class or, like, college attendance or whatever, or money, salaries, whatever. And so I think as a lot of that difference has been, like, shrunken.
Yeah, because now women dominate colleges.
Yeah, but I mean, for things like salaries and stuff, it's like as that disparity is lessened, it then seems like they are falling behind.
Yes, and I think that's exactly. I think society is so used to men having this 20 cents on a dollar or whatever it is, that now that it's equal, I think they feel displaced. And I feel like men are feeling like they're without purpose, which is messed up.
It's messed up, but the answer is obviously not to then remove the purpose from women or to set them back or anything.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, I don't think this is not surprising to me in the slightest. And I think it is caused, like I said, by those three things. But I also think that we are not investing enough into young men. We've had this entire focus on young women. And I think that now is the time to invest in making our young men appreciate the fact that these young women are equal to them.
Yeah, or there's like, I talked about this some in the mental health videos, but it's like positive representations of masculinity is very important.
Yes. I also think that generally the lack of father figures in America, especially now,
Has there been less?
Yeah. There are more single mothers because now women can make an incredible amount of money compared to what they used to. It used to be that even if you were in a domestically horrible situation, if you couldn't make enough money to survive, you might stay with a man that's horrible for you. But now, if you can make more than that man, or just as much as that man, why would you stay?
Yeah,
it's an incredibly empowering thing to have your own wage, which is great. But now we're seeing this slide in father figures, and honestly, those people weren't good father figures anyway.
Yeah,
but we're still rates of fathers existing in kids' lives, and also men are just leaving families.
Should I fact check this when editing, or just let it fly? You think?
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm saying anything crazy here.
I don't think you are either, but it would be something that I would fact check. But like, I don't care.
Yeah, you can.
If you want, we can just.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see.
But I just think that in general, the fact that men are leaving families so much, and the idea that child support is enough, it, for me, feels terrible. I can't imagine what it would be like growing up without my dad. Yeah, I feel terrible. Like, my dad is like the reason I play sports, is the reason I know how to play golf, is encourage me to to learn how to fix everything in the house. Was my disciplinarian, right? Set a role for who me, my brothers, and my sisters were supposed to be. And my mom did too, but it's just like a different type.
Yeah.
And I think that that's leading to boys, especially, who look up to because there's something special about a mother-daughter relationship, where they are incredibly in sync with each other, and the mother can often lead the daughter along the way. And that's not exactly the same, because men don't look up to their mothers in the fact that they want to be their mother. They want to be like their dad, in general, I would say, which is a mass generalization, but I would say that men will tend to look up to men, right? And so I think that this loss of father figures has caused people to not really, along with being enthralled in social media, not having good information and not having good critical thinking skills, has caused them to be, I think, generally spiteful towards this new movement of woker, which is a bad word, but it's like, you know, because woke doesn't really mean anything. It's not like an ideology. But this more liberal and free-thinking ideology, which is causing them to shy away from it and fear it, rather than learning what it is, accepting what parts they like, thinking about what parts they don't, and coming to a better conclusion. Mm-hmm. Instead, when I said identity politics earlier, and I don't even really think that, I think it's just mass generalization of ideas in a way that is not conducive to real thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, the woke people are taking my jobs. Who's the woke people?
Yeah, I think you also raise a good point of how, like, that it probably is people who are not in committed monogamous relationships, or I don't even know about monogamous, committed relationships, that don't have a lot of that fulfilled or confidence there, right, and stuff. And then there is like that, like, actively seeking things. And I think then combine that with how, you know, COVID and everything. And
yes.
Isolation over that.
Yes.
And so then it's like there isn't maybe as much of that
and that just
normal ability to learn it as you would as a growing adult.
And I think that accelerates the slide to the right.
Yeah.
Especially for young men. I think young men, you saw it with Andrew Tate, are increasingly susceptible to far right ideology. And we see this in Germany. Nazis are coming back. Whoa, what?
Are Nazis coming back in Germany?
Yeah, I think that's like there's a fascist movement in Germany. That's scary.
Yeah.
Like, we're seeing this incredible slide to the right, and it's and the reason I brought up, like, monogamy, once you meet a woman or a man or whoever, somebody else, a partner that makes you respect, like, for me, I met a woman and it made me respect. I already had sisters, so I knew most of them, but, like, even just meeting a woman and being committed to somebody, to anybody, no matter the gender, once you're committed to someone and somebody else's feelings are also on your mind, you take a step back and you start to realize how they feel. What is their opinion? How can I adjust my opinion? I think it's just being committed to anybody. Even just a strong friendship can make you really think about it. But isolation and generally, I think isolation and misinformation are causing the slide to the right. And so that's why this doesn't surprise me. And I think it's because women are more likely to have friends that they're willing to bounce things off of. But that also leads to women in echo chambers. I think that, I think blank is extremely echo chambered.
What, in terms of politics?
In politics, yeah.
She's not that far different than I am, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're also slightly echo chambered. I don't think you listen to enough conservative viewpoints.
I mean, I do sometimes.
But I don't think you give them merit. Like, I think if somebody who was really actually, not, MAGA conservative, but, fiscally conservative came to you, talked to you, and sat you down, I think you guys could have a productive conversation where you might change a few of your opinions.
Yeah, I do realize that, this is, the way that I see a lot of conservative rhetoric is probably similar to how conservatives see a lot of liberal rhetoric. Yeah. And so it's why then, do I necessarily believe a lot of this stuff specifically? Because it's is it just that there's more stats on my side? Because I don't know. I don't know all information in the world. Right. Is there? I don't know.
Right. And I think this echo chamber idea, which is what is great about being that's why I love Harvard, is because I met people on both sides of the spectrum and they all want to sit down and talk about it. They're not yelling at each other. We sit and we talk, or blank, we sit and we talk politics all the time. And it's incredible because his ideas are not what you would think of if I brand him a conservative. They're not what you think at all. And we over exaggerate with him just because it's funny.
Yeah.
But if you actually sit down and talk to him, I think he could change your mind on things, and I think you could change his mind on things. He's an incredibly elastic human being who is always open to ideas. He reads so many books every day on all different types of philosophies. He could tell you more about Chinese philosophy than most Chinese people could. It's incredible. But yeah. So I think it's because these conversations are not being facilitated that we're seeing this.
When I was doing research on that essay that I wrote about us playing Fortnite with regards to politics and stuff, I did find a lot of stuff about how a lot of political division is a result of not enough discourse between.
Nobody wants to argue anymore
because of the identity politics.
Right. Nobody wants to argue anymore. People need to argue all the time. The only way good things happen is through actually sitting, talking. I disagree with you. You disagree with me. Let's come to a conclusion.
Okay. Well, I think not arguing. I think talking. There's a difference.
Yeah, but I mean discourse.
Yes.
We need to. You have to be disagreeing, but the problem is people don't want to change their mind.
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to change your mind. I change my mind on things at least twice today.
Should I shit now or later?
But yeah, that's very interesting. And I'm glad research is being done into that. And if you ever have a kid, try to stay in his life or her life or their life or whatever, even the dog's life. Stay in the dog's life. The dog misses you. And be nice to everybody.
How do we end this?
Goodbye. Be nice to everybody, please. No matter who they are, no matter if you agree with them. Be nice and cordial to everyone.
I wish I had my fart still because I'd do it into the mic right now as an abrupt way to end it.
You would do what?